Hello, good afternoon, everyone. This is Miss Rowan, or you can just call me Teacher Rowan, and welcome to High School Economics. So, High School Economics is an advanced course for high school students wherein we talk about the basic concepts of the economy. Okay, and hopefully, this will help you make good decisions in life about your personal finances, and it could also help you if you are going to take future economic subjects in college. So before we start, let us just do some survey, a basic survey. So this is pair share. You're going to tell your partner or your sitmate, how do you feel about the economy? Do you feel hopeful like this one? Okay, this emoji. Do you feel sad? Do you feel happy? Or do you feel it's sarcastic? Do you feel excited? Do you feel angry because of the new policies, the government, or even the business? Okay, just a quick survey, everyone. Please share honestly as much as you can. How do you feel about the economy? Okay, now that 2 minutes have passed by, okay, let us talk about how you share. Please share, Paul. Thank you so much. How about Trisha and your partner, Carice? Thank you so much. How about Ben and Samuel? Yeah, good job. So thank you for your honest answers. Okay, so we'll know more about the economy, and hopefully that could validate what you have felt. What do you believe in about the economy? So for this lesson, we're going to fully understand the circular flow model, which we have started discussing about in our previous lesson. But this time, we're going to explain how the government's action affect the circular flow. Okay, so for our essential lesson or question, we are going to talk about the important role of the government. Okay, do they contribute? Do they take away money from the circular flow? How do they affect the businesses and the household? All right, so I hope you're all excited as much as I am. Okay, but before we start, let's do a brief review. So, for this portion of the lesson, I'm going to show you some concepts and you're going to categorize them, whether they are from the resource owners or the firms and businesses. Okay, let's start. Who provides the land, labor, and capital? Yes, again, Trisha, good job. Yes, they are from the household. All right, great. How about who provides goods and services? Yes, Daniel, go ahead. Great. Yeah, they are from the firms. Next, who pays the wages, rent, and interest? Yes, Rohan? Yeah, you're correct again. They are from the firms and companies, okay, or companies and businesses. Next, the last one, who brings in the money to the market? Yes, that's good, Lance. They are from the resource owner or the household. Great job, guys. I'm happy that you have mastered these concepts. Now, let's talk about the product and resource market. You're correct. Yes, you're correct, Trisha. They are not necessarily market. They are situations, events, okay, wherein there are some exchanges of money for goods or skills, okay? So when we talk about product market, what are being exchanged? Yes, that's correct, Jasper. People or the household buy goods and services provided for by the business. How about in the resource or factor market? Yes, Mel, go ahead. Yeah, that's correct. Businesses would pay the land, labor, and capital that is provided for by the economy. Okay, so we can see here the flow of money, right? There are exchanges in the two main markets. But let me ask you a question. Please share in our class today. Do you think all money in the economy flows around these elements? Or these elements all the time, this basic circular flow? Do you agree? Just type in the chat box yes or no. Okay, I'll give you a few minutes to do that. All right, great. So I have been seeing a lot of yeses here. A few of you said no. Yeah, that's a good way to think. Okay, thinking outside the box. Okay, let me show you this diagram. Okay, so what can you see? What's the difference by this diagram with this diagram? It's just majorly the same, right? Okay, good observation, Anton. Yeah, there are some arrows outside the household and businesses, which are called leakages. So when we say leakages, they are withdrawals of money from the flow. We take away money from the flow. Yes. So businesses, they are in the form of businesses, They are in the form of leakages. There are leakages that the business take in a form of investment. Okay, some of their money they invest. Same as household, not all of their money are spent on goods and services. They are also spent on savings, and these money goes to the bank. Yeah, you're correct, Rohan. Very good. All right. Now, for your task, I want you to share your ideas. What do you think is the government's role? What do you think will happen to the circular flow if we plug in the government there? And why do you think their role is important? Okay, there's a lot of roles, but what do you think about this? Okay, so first, I want you to read about these rules by that is set for by the government. So go to your Google Classroom, download the reading material. Okay, the government's role in the economy. Okay, after you read, I will set. After you have downloaded it, I will set you out into your breakout room, and then you have to summarize what you have read and discussed in the mind map. So you're going to upload your mind map here, and we're going to ask you to share them in the class. So I will be giving you about 15 minutes to do this. I am now setting you into your breakout rooms. Okay. All right. Now that the 15 minutes have um, passed by, okay, we're done. Please share your screens. Let's look at group one screen. Okay. Thank you, group one. Wow, that was amazing. There are a lot of words. So yeah, you have focus on the importance of the government. There are inequalities that is controlled by the government, regulated markets. Yes, great thinking. The government create laws, they assure consumer protection, and they provide free services and goods. Great job. Good job. All right. How about group two? Please share your screen. Wow, you have listed a lot. Yeah, it's good that you have focused on disaster. Okay, they help us after disaster or yeah, even during. They assure us fair resource allocation. Good job. They provide infrastructure, free services, stabilize social unrest, and this is a good answer, environmental abuse. Great job, guys. I'm so happy with your interaction and you have come up with these awesome ideas. Now let's look at the government. So there are four sector model that we can look into, okay, that would allow us to see the more complex circular flow diagram. So for this area, we'll focus on the government. In our next lesson, it will be a surprise. What sector is it? Okay, let's talk about government spending. When the government spends, they buy goods and services from the business or they pay labor for the people that they hire, right, from the household. Okay, so we call this activities as injects. Okay, the government puts money into the circular flow, okay, of the economy. These are injects because they bring in money in exchange for goods, services, labor, and sometimes the land that they ask from the household. They are also renting from the household. On the other hand, the government also receives money. They gain money. Yes, you're correct. You're correct, Mel. Yeah, these are taxes. And we call them leakages as well, okay? Because it pulls out money, takes away money from both the household and the business who has to pay tax. Now, why is this important? Why do you think the government needs to spend? Okay? Yes, that's correct, Princess. Because the economy grows when the government spends. And our economic growth is measured most of the time by the GDP or the GNP, but we're just going to focus on the GDP at this moment. So GDP is defined by this equation. We have already talked about the consumer spending, how the households spend, the investments that we place on banks or financial institutions, and the government spending. Yeah, that's correct, Paul. There's still one sector which we are going to talk about on our next lesson. All right. So what do you think happens if there are more inputs than outputs, or if there are outputs that are more than inputs? Correct. There will be imbalance. Okay. There will be imbalances. That's right. And I can see that there will be problems, right? So the goal is to have the injects and leakages, they need to be balanced. Okay, that's why the government, the private sector, or the businesses, and even the consumers need to keep these in balance. Okay, for your last task for today, I want you to make a quick plan on how are you going to investigate or do a research on the local government's uses of leakages and injects in our city. Okay, you are just going to give me a to-do list. Okay, and I'm going to share with you the link to the Padlet. So please share your output. Just a quick plan. Okay, so I'm giving you 5 minutes to do this. All right. Now we have seen, some of you have already posted. Good job. Okay. You have already posted in your Padlet. Yeah. Group one have already done their to do list. So I hope the other groups will also be able to post within the day before we end our lesson. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for sharing this lesson with me. Hopefully, this has kept you excited for the last part of our lesson, which we will discuss. Okay. If you have been curious about the question mark, that's what we're going to discuss. Okay. The imports and the exports. How do other economies affect our economy? Okay. So I hope you can finish your task and then prepare for the project. We're going to put all of your activities together to make them into a project. Okay. And you'll continue to inquire about these activities that is happening around us. So thank you for today. It was nice and meaningful interaction with you. I would love to see you again. Have a good day ahead. Bye.